Goldilocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Saltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? My name is Ruth Saltman, and welcome to the Transformational Soul. I want to welcome you if you're here for the first time, and welcome you back if you've been here before. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and thank you for your continued support of me and the show. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and participate. And, you know, we love it when you participate. It makes the show that much more fun. Goldilocks Production shows are also available now on Rumble. So you can watch this show on Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. So you can check them out there as well. I just want to remind everybody that my new book, The ABCs of Unconditional Love, is available now on Amazon. So check that out. And it's also available in Kindle Unlimited. So if you have that service, then you can read the book for free. I want to let you know that my masterclass has been How to Self-Publish Your Book has been rescheduled for next month, September 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And the sign-up is available if you want to get in on that. And I also have extended my Reiki offer for the month of August. The sessions will be based on a love donation only, no set price. So contact me if you want to get your session scheduled, because today's the 25th and this month is almost over. Please join us this Saturday for the Spiritual Message Circle. Show is always so much fun. And there's a group of us, and we do like little mini readings. And this week, I believe it will be Carol Ann Carey, Melissa Parks, Laura Ramiro, and myself. So, you know, plan on joining us Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I do have a special guest coming up tonight. That's Stacy Erickson. She's having a few computer issues. So as soon as she gets back on, you know, we'll bring her forward. See if I have any other messages here. So how's everybody doing today? You guys having a good week? Let's see who's here. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Jill. Thank you so much for your super sticker. I really appreciate that. Hi, Joyce. Veronica. Veronica's here all the way from South Australia. That's awesome. And, okay, so how are you guys doing this week? How's your week going? I was not on her show, but I watched Laura's show the other night. Oh, Jill, thank you so much. She said the Reiki healing was awesome. Well, thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed that. I always love doing the Reiki sessions because, you know, as that Reiki energy is coming through me, through me to you, I also get to experience it. So it's amazing. And Laura did a reading for me on Monday night, and she told me that a new experience or a new opportunity, I think she said, was going to present itself to me. And about half an hour after her show, as I was scrolling on Facebook, the woman that I did the angelic Reiki class with, the first two, 1 and 2, had posted that she's offering 3 and 4 now. So I kind of feel like that was the opportunity that Laura was speaking about, because it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And then once I take that class, I will be able to teach it. So I'm pretty excited about that, as long as the dates match up, you know, for when I can, if I'm, you know, not doing anything, because I'm not real sure yet when those dates are going to be. Let's see. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple cards for you guys while we're waiting for Stacy. And hopefully we'll be able to get her issues ironed out quickly. For those of you that are...
I got to get a raspberry light, the raspberry one.
Hi, Stacy.
Hey, how are you today?
Are you on your computer?
No, I'm on
your
phone. Sorry
okay.
about that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about you.
Okay.
My special guest tonight is Stacy Erickson. Now, some of you may be familiar with Stacy because she also has a show on Goldilocks Productions called Stacy and Company. Now, she has taken some time off, but she was kind enough to agree to be on my show tonight. She is an inspirational medium, an animal intuitive. She connects to your higher self while delivering messages from other realms. See what brings you joy in meeting new beings from the other realms and the natural world. The trees, oceans, unicorns, dragons, elementals, and animals want to bring you messages to help with this great movement so we can expand and create a better Earth. Welcome, Stacy.
Thank you.
So nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Sorry about the debacle with the computer stuff.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So, when did you realize that you had, all of these gifts and abilities?
So it's really interesting because I actually grew up riding horses, and I was 5 years old and started riding at 5. But I got my first horse that actually communicated with me clearly. She actually sounded like a fairy godmother. It was really interesting. And her name was Pearl. And so I was 9 years old when I acquired this horse, and my family had bought her for me because she had a lot of issues and problems. And she was abused actually as a youngster. Yeah, it's really interesting because a lot of people are, so bad with horses when they're trying to create something beautiful out of them. They can't because the fact that, they don't understand them. So anyway, I guess she was very communicative with me. And at 9 years old, I thought, wow, everybody did this. Like, it wasn't something that was uncommon. And so just basically escalated from there. And she's always treated me and taught me how to be, it's really interesting because she actually taught me how to be a good human being,
Wow.
If I was having problems or trouble at school or, got in a fight with my family or whatever, she was right there to tell me what to do. And so it's really interesting how knowledgeable these animals are, and how beautiful, with their energy and their wisdom that they can bring forward for us and really help us communicate and understand the world from a better perspective. So it's really, I can't exclaim enough joy in meeting this horse. She lived until she was 32, and actually I was also 32. We're both the same age growing up, and so she was in my life for a long time, and it was beautiful. Just such a beautiful thing to have her, and even now she's still in my life. She hangs out with me, and I see her with the horse that I own right now a lot. She's I always thought she was like an angel horse, but now I'm learning more about the Pegasus. And the Pegasus horses are amazing. They really are the angelic realm of the horse,
oh, wow.
kingdom, I want to say, in heaven. Yeah, so I'm learning a lot more about Pegasuses now, but the unicorns are, what I have learned about now. And actually those came to me back in like 2015, I want to say. And it's a funny story because I had just learned that I had to sell my farm, and start a whole new career and, get rid of my old career, which was showing and teaching and riding and traveling all over the country with horses. And so it was, it was quite an altering, life change for me. And anyway, so my friends were like, hey, you can hear the animals. And I really started acknowledging it then. But I have to tell you this too, and it's really funny because, and this might happen to a lot of people in, who's listening to your show right now, especially, is that you have a lot of information in your past that comes forward to even now, hey, quiet, even now, that's important and helping you with creating what you're supposed to now in your life. So I'll give you an example. Christine, will you let her out? And then, so the whole thing is that when I was, I lost my track of thought now that my dog was barking. She's so funny. She's yelling at me that she wants to go outside. So anyway, so yeah, so it's really interesting how we do have this past that comes forward into our future. So what happened with me is that I did not know that I could hear animals. Oh, that's what I was getting to. And so I had my farm, and this is so cool because what happened was as I had these animal communicators that literally came out of the woodwork. I am not kidding. Like I
Mhm.
had a show barn. It was posh. I had really nice horses and everything else. And to have people just walk up and say, hey, we're here to practice communicating with animals because we've taken a class. And I was like, what? Why here? Why? And I was out in the middle of the country at the time. So I didn't know why. But it was really interesting how we don't need to know why. It's
Mhm.
just, and every time they kept coming, it was like 4 or 5 of them. It was incredible. And one of them actually read people too. She was a medium. She could see, people on the other side. So she would describe them to me. It was so fascinating. But but the whole thing is that they kept saying to me that the horses were telling them that I could hear them very clearly and with no problem whatsoever. And I was always like, yeah, and people were acknowledging it. And then my friends started to ask me because when I got divorced and I had to sell the farm, they said, hey, why don't you step into your power and really try this out? So I said, okay, I'll go to some fairs and maybe try some animal communication, um, you know, uh, in charge for it and stuff like that. But I did practice ahead of time, don't get me wrong. And what I did was I had a friend that I went to a craniosacral class for horses, and it was the coolest class ever. It was really neat. And the horse that I was working on, I couldn't find the pulse because it's a separate pulse from like your heart rate and your breathing. So it's a
Mhm.
completely separate pulse from both of those. So it's, you have to be very adept at this and understand what that pulse feels like. So anyway, so this horse, I call him Merlin, but I don't know his real name, but I called him Merlin because he was this white horse, and he was so amazing, but he helped me find the pulse. And
Mhm.
so I was telling the class that, this horse was helping me, figure this out. And they were like, oh, that's so cool. And so they were asking me to read other horses. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So there was one horse there that had, a not so great past. And so I was reading
Mhm.
that. And it was so interesting because there's many parts. Well, anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So then this one girl told me, she said, and she's a friend of mine actually at the time, and she said, I'd really like you to practice. And I said, and become better at this. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. How do you do that? And I didn't know anything about computers. Obviously, you guys, I'm on the phone right now, so you know how it is. So anyway, barn girl, big time here. So the so what happened is she asked me to go ahead and put, she said, what I'm gonna do is run an ad on Facebook for free readings. And so I said, okay, I'll do 20 readings. Well, anyway, it turns out that I did 40 readings.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and every single one of them was accurate. As I mean, I was amazed. But I feel like the energy of being at the barn and the horses and everything helped me. Their energy is so clear and huge. It's huge. So obviously they're big animals, right? But anyway,
Yeah.
so it was really neat to learn that I had this skill and that I got more comfortable with it. Although I still get nervous no matter what, because I always want to make sure that whatever I bring forward is positive.
Mhm.
That's huge for me. But it was really interesting. So anyway, so shooting forward after my divorce, I what happened was is I got into the the um oh, what do you call them, the fairs, where
Oh,
you
yeah.
go and you give readings and stuff like that. My friends were like,
Mhm.
let's have you do that, just for fun. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. Well, anyway, I started finding that the animals were telling a lot of information as far as like with the people that I was dealing with at the same time. So they were giving prophetic information. It was really interesting and very, very cool. In fact, I'm in a book, by the way, which is really kind of cool. And
Uh-huh.
as part of this book. But anyway, and so this lady that I had done the reading for, her animals were telling me that she was going to be moving and all this other kind of cool stuff and writing another book, obviously, and she did. But anyway, so it was really neat to learn more about the people through these
Uh-huh.
animals. So then my friend was like, hey, I see unicorns around you. And I was like, what do you mean? What the heck is that? And there's no such thing as a unicorn, so I don't know what the heck you're talking about. And she's like, no, I'm not kidding. She goes, I want you. And we were, a couple glasses of wine and sitting there in a restaurant right after a fair. And she goes, I really want you to sit back and relax for a minute and really focus on, just a unicorn. Now, I'm an artist, so I have a great imagination. I can't even tell you how great it is. It's like my dreams are really crazy. So anyway, so I was like, all right, I'll try it out and see what she says. So we sat down and we were talking, and I said, okay, I'm going to just imagine unicorns just for the fun of it. Because like when I was looking at her, she has so much fairy to her. It's insane. I mean, she looks like a fairy, like seriously, it's very cool. And I wish I had a picture of her so I could show you, because everybody here would just be like, whoa, wait, hang on. She is truly a fairy. Because I mean, even the ears, everything. She's so cute. So I was like, that's interesting. So and I believe in fairies, by the way. I didn't believe in unicorns. So anyway, so I sat back and I was like, all right, I imagine these unicorns. And they came rushing up behind me, and they were all white with gold horns and gold feet, but white otherwise.
Wow.
And and they like basically nudged me in the back, and I could feel them. I could feel their breath. I could hear them. I could do all of that behind me. And I was like, all right, I believe. I started believing. Mm-hmm. So I went home and I started riding my horse, at the farm, because I hadn't sold it yet. I was in the midst of the divorce. So it was like 2014, 15, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to still work out some things and whatnot. And anyway, so I was riding my horse, and it was so cool because she was like, do you see that? And I was like, yeah, I see that. And literally, you guys, there was it was bigger than my horse. She's 16'2", and she's a very large horse. Bigger than my horse, because she's over my head at 5'3". Her back is. And this unicorn was cantering next to us. And then I looked up and I saw all these unicorns, and they were jumping the jumps because I had, I was in an arena with jumps. Uh-huh. And then I had a pond out there, and they're playing in the pond. So it was like this huge herd of unicorns. And I was just in awe of them. I just sat there. I mean, I was cantering around and, cantering next to this unicorn, just staring at it. It was so neat to see this type of stuff. I know. And so anyway, so after that, I started seeing unicorns around people. Now that kind of was an interesting, way of being. I didn't really understand it. And actually I've learned so much more about that, because we have a rainbow body, and our rainbow body is all about unconditional love, which is what these unicorns are all about as well for the people. So, so I see 3 different types of unicorns. One would be, the one that's here with you now in your body. And its body color is what you're working on. So the colors explain what you're working on. And then the mane and tail colors, are like the tools that help you. And then, it's fascinating. And then, so that's with what you're working on in this lifetime at this moment. And it's almost all, I should say it is. I've, been very accurate with it as far as, because they're so clear. They're very clear, So rather than seeing like angels or, your loved ones around you and things like that, I see the unicorns. But I do see that other stuff too. Don't get me wrong. But I do see, but the unicorns I tend to like really, try to focus in on, because they're so accurate with their readings. So it's really, really neat. And the second unicorn I see is brings in like sometimes past lives, sometimes like your twin flame, whatever is like bringing forward into this life that you're working on, but it's like something that happened, in the past. Right. But it's not in this body. It's because what I've been told is that you were given this baby unicorn when you were a baby soul. And so you've had this unicorn with you throughout your entire lifetimes. Wow. And so, it's like the Akashic records of your soul, basically. And it's a really fun, interesting unicorn. And that's the unicorn that I see too. That's the second unicorn. Then the third unicorn is your God spark. And that unicorn is the most brightest, whitest, or actually one was silver, which was really neat, but it was still
Ooh.
very bright and gorgeous. I mean, just you have to wear sunglasses to look at it, like it's that bright. So it's yeah, so it's really interesting how these, you know, little beings showed up.
Wow. So
Yeah.
does everyone have only 3, or do some people have more?
Well, that's interesting. That's a great question because this one little, actually, a couple of people I read, you know, because I was practicing in circles and things like that with my friends in groups and whatnot. And a few ladies had like a rainbow of unicorns, like little, but they were small. They were these little guys, like only this big, that hung out with them, you know, so they weren't overwhelming her too much. And it just depended on what, you know, what she was working on at the moment in time. And I felt like with her, she was just beginning to open up into a spiritual type of practice, you know, where she didn't know what her superpowers were. And yet, you know, and so the unicorns they're helping her to develop it. So it was really interesting. So yes, that was fun to like read those unicorns for her. But yes, some people do have, you know, more unicorns. The thing though with me is that I see like those particular unicorns only because that's what you're working, you know, it's what you're working on and that type of thing. But I mean, I'm sure that there are, I mean, like for me, I saw a whole herd for myself. So, you know, a couple of my friends, I've seen herds of unicorns, you know. One lady, she's never had a child of her own, but yet she has like 3 baby unicorns that hang out with her all the time. You know, so it's like, yeah, so it's really interesting. But that's just if you're looking like you're not reading, you know, you're not reading the person. If you're just looking at the person, then you'll see that she has like these, you know, beautiful 3 little baby unicorns. And then the moms are there too, but they're usually a little bit farther in the distance. So yeah, so it's an interesting gift.
That is. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I attribute it to, you know, having the I attribute this ability, you know, because of the horses. I really do. I mean, they've been nothing. I mean, even today I went and rode my horse today and I wasn't thinking about the right thing and my horse reached around and bit me, and I haven't been bit by her in a really long time. So
oh my goodness.
She was a little upset with what I was thinking about, and I don't blame her. You know, it wasn't worthwhile thinking about it. You know, it's like goes back to that saying, you know, if you can't change it, why, you know, then let it go type of thing. You know, and I wasn't. I was like, you know, like the hamster wheel. And she was like, stop it. You know, and so she gets a little bit, she gets a little demanding with her stop it stuff. So her name is Madonna, by the way. So that
really?
Oh yeah, that gives away everything right there, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's a gorgeous being, so I love her so much. But my old pony, which is Pearl, the one I was telling you about, she is actually Madonna's guide, and it's really interesting how much familiarity there is with Madonna and Pearl. So when people have their animals, my point is a lot of people are like, oh, this is my, you know, dog that was reincarnated, and then another one and another one. I mean, I've found that with a lot of my horse friends, you know, they're like, oh, I've had this corgi and now it's another corgi, and I go get another corgi and that corgi shows up, but it didn't show up until after that corgi, you know, transitioned and blah, blah, blah. But it's not. It's what it is that it's just like humans, you know, your grandmother transitions while you're still alive, and then she becomes your guide. And so it's the same thing for the animals. You know, they have, you know, their best friend that's in that lifetime and is older than them. You know, of course, they have shorter lifetimes. You know, they come back as their guides. And so they come up with some of their mannerisms because of it. You know, it's really interesting.
Well, I know we were going to try and do some of those readings today, and I know you had some issues with your computer. Tiffany just let me know that she can pull up the person's comment with their picture on the screen if that would help.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Awesome.
I just have to have like a little indication of an energy. That's all. It's I mean, it's only for me. And all because I've not been doing unicorn I've not been doing unicorn readings for a while, so it's I've been doing animal readings and
Uh-huh.
people readings, but not
Yeah.
unicorn readings. So
Well,
it's
when I watched your show one time and I got a unicorn reading from you, and I thought it was like it kind of blew me away. It was really cool. And you've
um,
also read my dog too. I don't know
oh,
if you
that's
remember that.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was really beautiful.
Yeah.
You told me that we're connected at the heart.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so amazing how these animals are like totally. I'm just gonna see if I can blow this up a little bit because there's somebody here with super space cook. Are you kidding me, girl? She's so cute. I haven't seen you in so long, but it's been so cool. You've actually shifted a lot since the last time I've given you a reading. And it's does my screen get bigger, by the way, when I blow it up like that? Does it screen get bigger for you too?
No,
But anyway, so Super Space Cookie, I love her. She's amazing. She would hang out with my show all the time.
I know. I'd always see her on there.
I know, so cute. So, all right, girl. So that's what you want as a reading for today. So you're a unicorn. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, we're gonna have to get into dragons a little bit too, because she does have a dragon with her, by the way, and it's a black dragon. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But anyway, so your unicorn. Let me see here. I have to write this stuff down because sometimes they come in so fast that we need to like have an idea. So we're gonna do a quick reading. They can get more in depth with like longer readings, just so you know. But hers is blue. It's actually electric blue. So the unicorns have these colors that are like they're like not earthly. Like it's pretty cool. And they're so bright and cheerful that, it's just who they are. And it's because that's who we are. Inside we really are these beautiful, bright, cheerful beings, because we're we come from God or source or spirit, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter because it's all the same. But, we have this white light within us. That's what represents our God spirit is basically. I grew up Catholic, so I call it God. But anyway, so the electric blue is the body color. And it has gold flecks, but we're talking like big, like chunks of gold flecks. Like, I don't know, like, let me see, like that big, if she can see it. So kind of like, I'm trying to show you guys that big. But anyway, so gold flecks, which that's really cool because everyone is unique. And then the main color is one's green, orange, and then she's got a little bit of black and red. Okay, so the electric blue for you, I should say, Super Space Cookie, is it's all about, let's see. Oh, singing. So singing your truth. So that's basically what it's about. So that's what it's saying, is singing your truth. Are you the one that sings? I forgot about that. Anyway, singing your truth. And so it comes out in this electric color blue because it's really like vibrating. And so what it's doing is the vibration of like your voice is healing. It's your superpower. So it's your superpower for healing people and and the earth. So if you go outside and you actually sing to plants or you sing to your animals, actually they love it, by the way, then that would be their superpower. So are you the one that sings? I'm curious. Anyway, so is she saying she sings?
She said, yes, I am.
Oh, you are. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot till just now. Girl, your unicorn is so right on the money. So yeah, so this is a vibration. It's a vibration. And that's why those gold flecks are there. That's why they're so big. You're actually becoming more powerful with your like I hear like you're able to go, like your range of singing is deeper and also higher. Like you have more of a range now. So
wow.
keep working on that because that gold is, bringing in the energy of the, source, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And also it's bringing in the energy of healing from that source. So, fascinating. So cool. All right. And then the green in the main is all about, you're healing some past life stuff. It's actually a dark green. So you're working through some past life stuff that's really cool. And so that's the dark green. And then the orange is that you're creating more with what you're doing. You're actually doing more than just singing. Something else is going on with you where you're actually creating more. So you're being creative. Like even in your, like I see you like even changing like your walk and, you know, like the way you talk, and it's just everything sort of, you know, evolving into like, but you're doing it in a creative, joyful way, which is really, really fun. Now, black in the main means that you can actually handle, it's like a doctor that can handle, you know, their patients leaving earth, you know, and transitioning, and then being able to walk into the room of the next patient and not having that affect them, you know. So you don't take in the problems or the depth of people's issues, but yet you are very sympathetic or empathetic towards, you know, how they feel, what they're doing, and you know, and you still try to help them through it. And so, but you're really good at it because it is black, meaning that it doesn't stick to you at all, like at all. So you're able to like, you know, keep it at, you know, off of you, basically the energy of whatever it is that, I don't want to say it's negative because it's not, it's just what it is at the moment when these people are going through these, you know, challenges. And then the red, oh, you've got something that you're supposed to be doing that you're sort of hanging back on and you're not doing it. So red is all about, you know, the go. It says, I know it means red light stop for us, but in unicorn language, it means go, do, you know, do what it is that, you know, is really important to you that you think you can't do or that you shouldn't do or whatever else that you, or you might have, you know, been a little bit of a procrastinator and put it aside. Now is the time to act on it. So, so cool. Wow, I love the gold flecks. Wow, I've never seen a unicorn with gold flecks before, so that's really neat.
That's awesome. You get a lot of information from them.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's really, really fascinating. I mean, I can give you other stuff that I've gotten from the past because I was told to write stuff down, you know, like I had one lady who had a bright blue unicorn with a silver mane, and she was working on inner beauty and exposing it to the world and then reconnecting to the earth realms and fairies and other realms. The silver is always connected to earth and reconnecting into like your fairy, yeah, you know, connecting back into the natural world is what I'm thinking.
Right,
but you can also connect into other realms at the same time with that. So it's really, really cool. And then like I had another one that was like, you know, kind of like, what do you call it? Dunkin' Donuts, you know, it's like bright orange with a pink mane, and the mane was neon. And that was, the person was working on creating more love by putting up stickers, etc., and outward beauty and love for themselves. So they were working on love in every aspect of it, but they're doing it in creative ways by, you know, placing stickers and things like that everywhere to help them remind them of this love that's everywhere. Yeah. So it's really interesting, you know. And then, like I said, red in the main is connect into the self and get moving. So red is to help jumpstart the person to move forward and don't sit still, you know, that type of thing. So it's like a kickstart. But yeah, I mean, just it's so much fun. I mean, I've had so much fun reading unicorns, and I've learned more about color than I've ever known in my life, you know.
Wow. Well, Sarah says that makes perfect sense, Stacy. She said, thank you so much, and she's missed you. You are such a beautiful soul.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for letting me read your unicorn. That's an intimate part of your body, you know, your spirit. So it's you know, I'm very grateful. Thank you. Yeah. So much fun.
We have Veronica up there. We have
Veronica. Oh, yeah, she's very, very cool. Just doing some magical reading. All right, Veronica, let's see. VB. So she's creative. All right, I need another piece of paper. I can't believe this, but I was so preoccupied with this computer stuff, I tell you guys, that I was like, oh my goodness. And then I was a little nervous because, like I said, I haven't been doing unicorn readings in quite some time. So it's so much fun though, because I love it.
Well, you know, It sounds like everybody misses you. When are you coming back?
I know, right? Well, obviously, I don't know when because I need a computer to do it.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
geez.
true.
I feel like, every time I think about coming back or doing it, something happens. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this energy that's, pushing me? I have to tell you, though, what I've been doing is, Veronica, I will get to you, I promise, is that I have this new project that I really want to bring forward, and I've been a little lackadaisy with it. So right now, I think my unicorn's mane is all red. I'm supposed to be, moving forward on this thing, but I keep getting like these stops, because I was sick, and then all this other stuff, and life happens, but it's been kind
Right.
of a traumatic thing, and so it's been really challenging. So it's an interesting year for me, but I'm thinking that by next year I will definitely be able to start this project, but I can't wait. Oh geez, my phone is gonna die. Hang on a second. But anyway, I can't wait to like get it going and I can't wait to get back to the show for that very reason, because then I can tell everybody about it, Let me
Right.
go grab the plug. You keep talking for a minute.
Okay. Well, I'll read some of these comments here. Where were we? Kristen. Okay, Veronica. And hi, Richard. Nice to see you here. Joyce. I'm glad you guys can all join us tonight. And Robin. Robin says hi.
Oh, hi, Robin. It's good to see you too. Oh, geez. Hang on a second. Let me make sure this is plugged in. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's just one thing after another. It's lots of fun, guys. Lots of fun in my world over here. So, all right. So I'm just going to hold it, actually. So, Veronica, we're going to go ahead and go with her right now. So, Veronica, you've actually got a lot of silver. Oh, my gosh. It's so cool. And, wow. So you have these, like, symbols, too. I have to really start to like see these symbols a little bit better, because it's really interesting symbols that are showing up in these unicorns. So It's like a silver with a purple. It actually has a purple sparkles. Oh, that's fun. Okay, and then the mane is yellow. Just got a little bit of red too. What is it with us and red unicorn manes right now? Let's see. And then, she's got some orange. Oh, pink. She's very much about love. Okay. So, Veronica, have I ever read your unicorn before? I can't see the comments, so you're going to have to let Ruth let me know. So anyway, right now, our unicorns have actually shifted and changed, because we're all going through these massive changes in our lives right now. It's really, really cool. Now, I know that it's been, once again, challenging, but it is really fascinating with the changes that we're going through right now, because we're actually learning our superpowers. So that's another class, but we'll do that maybe next time. I'll come back on Ruth's show and we'll work on superpowers with everybody, because I've really been picking up on those as well lately, which has been a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I went to a fair just this past weekend, and there was a few people there, and one lady, I was like, holy moly, you can travel. Now get this is really, really neat. And I wonder if I'm telling you this because Veronica's the same, but so when I say travel, I mean like astro travel, you know. And oh my gosh, so cool. And I told her, I said, she felt like she was going to be able to write down how she does it, so that we could follow the same way. And I told her, I said, it has to be simplistic for us, because we are human. Right. And granted, she's born with it, but, so it's easy for her, but she needs to come up with a simple way of explaining it so that we can go ahead and, do it for ourselves. So it's really, really interesting. But yeah, she does total travel. And she said she was sitting next to her husband, and she was gone. And he was like, where did you go? I heard you mumbling, but I didn't know where you were. And I thought, holy smokes, because if she ever does become demented, he's not going to know it. He's not going to know it, But anyway, and that's what I told her. I was like, oh my goodness, he's in trouble, not you, because you're going to be just fine, But anyway, so back to the unicorns. So we've got silver with purple sparkles, and then there's these symbols that are showing up for her. So so let's see, what are the symbols? Oh, lots of triangles.
Well, Veronica said she's never thought of unicorns. This is new, but she's really excited.
I know, they're fascinating. They really are fascinating, but they are us. Like I said, if you look up like anybody on the show, because I just learned this, like, and I wish that I was going to have my phone with me while I was on the computer so I could read you this part, but it is our rainbow spirit that I think that I'm seeing. So with these unicorns, because it's all about our unconditional love. So it's really neat. And a friend of mine sent me this information through Gaia, which I don't get that channel, but it is, from what I've noticed, a very nice channel. You know, little plug for them, because it is really a nice channel to have, because the stuff that he sent me has been amazing. So, all right. So the silver with the purple sparkles, and then these symbols. Now, most of the symbols that are kind of like holograms that are in and out, that's what I see with these unicorns whenever we do have symbols that are on the unicorns. And yours are mostly triangles and like maps. Oh, wow, that's cool. So they're maps. So she's related to definitely the star people. Okay, so the silver is all about being grounded. And so right now you're working on that. You're working on, you know, walking in nature, feeling earth, you know, really being grounded and recognizing like, oh, I keep hearing sky. So sky, earth, you know, the whole bit. How does this all fit together is what I'm hearing for you. Now, the purple sparkles are like, what I would see with purple is God's grace, which is love. So God's love. And so you're bringing that in with like, you know, that beautiful essence of spirit, you know, God, whatever you want to call it, that love that's there for all of us. It's just amazing. And then like, once again, those symbols are maps that are showing up. So I don't know if you know this yet, or if you've recognized, oh, she's got a lot of tingles. Oh, I can read it. This is fascinating. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Tingles at the base of my head at the moment. Ah, that's truth. That's what that means. Anytime you get tingles, it's truth. So this is awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm not out of practice after all. Anyway, so these maps are really important. So I'm feeling like, you know, we could delve into that if you do want a unicorn reading, and we could talk about it in the future. But just for now, they're there, just so you know. Okay, so then you have yellow in the main, which is joy. So you're working on, you know, doing all of this with joy in your heart, feeling joyful. That's huge for you right now, keeping that joy, because, you know, we're all sort of going through some trying times. And then the red, you also have something that, you know, that you want to go ahead and move forward on. Remember, we were talking about the red color, and that it means to connect into yourself and get moving. So that's huge. So you have a little bit, and the red is only like a little strip like this wide usually, just so you know. It's not the whole mane, but although mine feels like it's the whole mane right now. But anyway, so orange in the mane and pink. So what you're doing is you're really tapping into love. Now, it feels like love for yourself a little bit, because you're working on love for you right now, because it's something that, well, you have time, actually. That's why. So that's cool. So you can work on love for yourself, which then emanates, once you love yourself, then you can emanate that out into the world. But you're doing it in creative ways, like some kind of creation, this love that you're trying to bring forward for yourself. So, wow, that's really, really cool. This is a neat unicorn, right? With the silver and everything. That's cool. I wish I could draw the colors of these guys. You know, they just don't make them. A friend of mine, actually Melissa, who has a show, she was telling me that I need to draw these unicorns while I'm talking to these people, you know, and give them basically a, what is like a portrait of their unicorn, right? With all the colors and everything. But I can't find the pens, you know, and everything that, you know, can go over. It's just, it's too much. You know, our unicorns are just too special to try to, you know, no, it doesn't work. So, but yeah, that's fascinating. What a beautiful unicorn. Thank you so much, Veronica, for allowing me to read your unicorn. That one's really, really, really special.
Well, I want to thank Kristen for her super sticker. Maybe we could get a message for her.
Okay, does she have a little thingy up here or no?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there it is.
Kristen. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're adorable. All right, so your unicorn is green. I see green everywhere with you. Green, 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 green. Big time green. Feels like it's an apple green.
Well, guess what her favorite color is?
And then silver.
Green.
Is it? Oh yeah. My God. So see, our unicorns follow us, you know, as far as like what it is. They're just, thank you, unicorn, for being right on the money. Awesome. All right. So green is your favorite color. That's perfect because I see green everywhere with you. It's so beautiful. And then of course you have your little red hair too, which is so cute. Okay. So green with silver. You've actually got green with, you know what? It's not silver. They're like candy colored sparkles. What is that? Candy colored sparkles. Candy colored. What does that mean? Huh. That's interesting because they said it. They didn't show it. All right. We'll go back to that. Okay. And then in the main it's pink. Well, you've got orange as well and yellow. Oh, you're all about joy, girl. You're trying to like really emanate joy out into the world. Bring it forward and send it out. That's what you're doing. Okay. So your apple green. So the apple green is like it's a beautiful color for your unicorn, but you got to imagine these unicorns. It's not like that flat color. It's like this bright, just so bright. I can't even tell you. It's not neon or anything like that. It's just the brightest green that you can think of. That's the apple green. You know, you add like more brightness to it. You know, it's like that. And then it has these candy colored sparkles on it. So the candy colored sparkles. Do you like ice cream? Because it seems like you do. But anyway, so yeah, so this candy colored sparkle. So like those little tiny, what do you call them? Like those, I don't even know because I don't eat ice cream, but you know, like the little stringy things that go on the ice cream that are all different colors, but these are like sparkly, just so you know. That's what it looks like. So it has that. So the apple green with that on it over the top of it. So the apple green, these are really interesting unicorns, by the way. I've never seen anything like this and I love it. This is so unique, but this is the thing is that it's all us, you know, and we all are so unique. Mm-hmm. So the apple green for you is all about creating. You're actually a healer. I don't know if you know that or not. It doesn't feel like you know that yet, but you are a healer. You can heal a lot of people very easily with your hands. Feels like you've got a lot of heat in the palms of your hands, maybe Reiki or some other type of healing. It feels like there's a lot of really cool stuff that's happening in the world right now that you can like tap into. So yeah, so definitely a healer. And what's happening is that you are not, I want to say that you're open to everything. Like you don't have, like you're not prejudice. Now, I don't mean that towards people. I mean prejudice towards anything. Like you're open to everything. Like you're not even prejudiced about unicorns. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's so cool. So you're very, very open to all and everything with these candy colored sparkles, which are all different colors. So you accept everything, you know, and understand everything. And that's why you can heal everything, which is really fascinating. And then you use a lot of love. So this pink that I'm talking about is this like bright, it's like a bright raspberry pink. So it's like the darker pink, but it's really, really, really bright and just beautiful. So you've got so much love in your heart. I just feel like you're just all about love anyway. So, so, so cool. And the apple green is about creation too, by the way. You're creating this. It's amazing. And then the orange there is you're doing it with like joy and you know, you're creating ways of being more joyful. Like I see you skipping, you know, or dancing, that type of thing. Moving your body is helpful for you. And then the yellow is joy, period. That's you're sending joy out into the world. That's really important for you. It like feeds your heart. It helps you. It really does help you live. Like it's amazing. So yeah, this is cool too. I'm liking this. Does that feel right to you at all, Kristen? Is she still with us?
Yeah, she's here. She said thank you. She tries to be. And she said her favorite, that used to be a nickname friends gave her when she was younger.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're not trying to be. You really are being. So don't be so hard on yourself because you really are there. The unicorns don't lie. This isn't like this isn't what you are striving to be. This is what you are, just so you know.
Well,
So
she says,
I wouldn't be able to read this if you aren't doing it, is my point.
yeah.
Oh, she'd be creating a child right now. That's it. That's the orange. That's all about the joy. I'm so pleased. Well, you're going to make a great, great, great mom. That's awesome.
Well, I want to let you know, too, that Carol Ann Carey and Melissa Parks are both watching, and they both said hi.
Aw, I love them. They're so cute.
They are.
Adorable. Melissa, your unicorn is still purple, by the way. You always ask, did it change colors? No, it has not changed colors. In fact, it's brighter. It's actually a lighter purple and it's brighter. Like neon.
Yeah.
They even have neon purple. Holy smokes. Yeah, this is a neon purple unicorn. That's fascinating.
Wow.
Fun, right?
Yeah, it sure is. I think we probably have time for another one, Tiffany, if you want to pull one up there for her.
So cute. So anyway, so I want to explain something real quick before we go too, is that the unicorns actually did live. So they are historical. Like people don't believe that they actually did exist.
On this earth? On the earth?
On this earth. And,
okay. I've been saying this all my life, and everybody looks at me like I'm crazy.
I know, me too. Don't feel bad, and I can actually see them. But anyway, and it's really, really neat. But they did. And from what I understand, Merlin, because he was real, he was the last keeper of the last unicorn. So obviously it was one unicorn, so it couldn't, breed and have babies. But yeah, so it was so cool that it's that he was the last keeper of he was the keeper of the last unicorn. So it was really, really neat. Yeah, I heard that. He actually came to me. So it was a lot of fun to talk with him. By the way, he's really, really cute. In his other side. We're in our 30s on the other side, and it's amazing,
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you want to read your dragon? Oh, we didn't even talk about dragons. That's right. So the dragon's colors are different than the unicorn colors. For me, at least, the dragons that I see, they're a little bit darker, although they've gotten more, a little brighter in this past 2 years. But before that, they were sort of flat, but they still had the fish. You know how fish sparkle? They still had the fish sparkle. So it was like a black with a fish sparkle. So they were still sparkly black, but they were, that flat color. And or purple was a deep dark purple, or a green was a deep dark green. Those are those colors that I see. Or the red, it was like a bright red, but it was still more of a real red, not an imaginary bright red that you can't imagine type of red, which is the unicorns, by the way. So so really, really cool. I know we don't have that much time left. So Richard, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm so excited for you. And by the way, you do have a very dark dragon with you right now. And it feels to me like it's a black dragon. So you've got a black dragon with you, and it has a lot of sparkles, but it's got the blue, like a blue sparkle to it on the, it's beautiful. And then its eyes are, they're blue too. So its eyes are like cobalt blue. Like if you look at your electronics and you see that blue, that shows up on your electronics, that's your dragon's eyes. And then and then usually their bellies are different. Oh, purple. Your dragon is purple belly. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, so the black dragons are usually all about protection. So this is a protective dragon, but he doesn't protect in the way that overpowers you. Like sometimes the dragons, they kind of they get a little bit no, and they kind of cover you with their wings and everything, and sort of what do you call it when you're invisible? They make you invisible. This dragon doesn't do that. He actually walks behind you and kind of nudges you along. I don't know if you ever feel that, but this dragon does. He's got a great sense of humor. So funny. And with the blue eyes, he's just absolutely, I mean, gorgeous. And then the purple belly is like a rosy purple. So, you know, it has like, if you pay attention to hues with I don't know if you're colorblind though, but this one's a little, but if you pay attention to hues, because my former husband was colorblind, then you can see hues actually with your color blindness. And so what it is that it's like a rosy, pinky, purpley color on his belly. And it's and he laughs a lot. This dragon laughs a lot. He is funny. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. But he is still your protector dragon. He's so cool though. He's like a lighthearted protector dragon. He does do his job very well. Don't get me wrong. It's not like he's a wimp or anything. He's definitely not a wimp. But holy smokes, he is really, really cool and fun. That one's fun. You must have a great sense of humor, because a lot of times your beings that are around you, they emanate you in some way. Or, yeah, is that the right word? Emanate? Mm-hmm. So there you go. He says, I know he changed the first time. That's cute. Yeah, he's really, really cool. And I'm telling you, this dragon has a ton of humor, like so funny. Wow. Really, really funny. Laughs a lot. This dragon laughs a lot. Even though he's protector dragon, he still laughs a lot. Yeah. He keeps you light. I see you like walking lightly, like, you know, almost like, you know, toe to heel instead of heel to toe type of thing, you know, where you're walking lightly a little bit when he's around. He's really, really fun. He's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do we all have one dragon?
No, well, no, actually, it's really interesting that dragons, from what the dragons I see now. So once again, this is, you know, a little bit different because it's what I see. But yes, you have one dragon that is there for you all the time. So that's your like it's basically like your personal dragon. And but you can call in other dragons. So like if you call in the yellow dragons, you can call in joy. Or if you want more protection, you can call in the black dragons. Or if you want your loved ones, you can bring in the white dragons. You know, so there's all these different colors that kind of flow into the color of whatever it is that you want to bring, the energy that you want to bring in. You know, like for me, the red dragons are all about joy and fun, you know, and so they play and they're so fast, you know, and they're really quick and they like go everywhere. They're so cool. They bring so much energy, you know, and the energy just emanates and then it becomes joyful, you know, and then with the yellow dragons can really create some fun, you know, like a lot of like a party. You can have a party with, you know, yellow and red dragons. But so that's what I see, you know, and like I said, but everybody that I've seen, their personal dragons are the ones like what we had explained for him. You know, that's his own personal dragon. Right. And being that it is a black dragon, but it has that, you know, the scales, that's what they are. They're scales, you know, are just sparkly and so beautiful. And so a lot of times that color kind of brings in like whatever it is that needs to be brought in. So I think his was, I can't remember what we had said, but anyway, but yeah, it's fascinating, you know, that those sparkles can also, like in the purple unicorn, you know, it brings in, you know, the grace of God, you know, which is love. And so it just depends on whatever it is that you're working on at the moment. And your dragon can change colors accordingly, but usually the base color stays the same from what I've noticed, because I have my own dragon and she's never really changed too much. And believe me, my life is definitely an interesting life as far as like it goes through a lot of changes. So I'd imagine she would change too, but she really hasn't. Oh, that's the other thing is that his dragon has wings. Not all dragons have, you know, like the big, huge wings.
Oh, wow.
Some are like, some are like my dragon. She's more of a water dragon. So, you know, like the Chinese water dragon, the serpent dragon. Oh, yeah. So it all depends on that, too. I forgot about that. His dragon has wings. That's why I said he doesn't, you know, like he doesn't cloak him like he could
Right.
if he wanted to. I feel like as a kid, that dragon probably helped him with cloaking himself
Yeah.
a little bit, you know, so that he could live in his, I don't want to say imaginary world, but yeah, where you can live in your imaginary world. I mean,
Yeah.
I did when I was with the horses. I lived in my imaginary world, you know, because we were kids back then. We could actually be free in our minds and you
Yeah.
know, explore different realms and understand different things because of it. So,
Right.
yeah, so he would help him, you know, more as a kid, cloaking him so that, you know, he could kind of disappear and become
Mhm.
what he wanted for that moment in time, which is so cool. So yeah,
Well,
that dragon's been with him his whole life, by the way.
Wow. Well, I don't know how it happened, Stacy, but we're out of time.
Oh, I know.
It's
Isn't
been
it
an
fun?
hour. You're going to have to come back again.
Yeah, definitely.
I would
will.
love that.
Hopefully I'll be on the computer. I'll have my
Well, you know, looking at all the comments, it looks like everybody really enjoyed you
Oh,
and all the
thank you.
messages that you gave. And maybe next time we can get to some more people.
Absolutely. I feel honored and grateful for everyone. And thank you so much for having me on this show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank all of you for being here. So we will see you next week. Everybody have a great week, and I love you all. Good night.
Good night.
Become a Goldilocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldilocks Productions VIP community today.